this young lady, real fast, I can't believe this meeting is over, but I got something I want to tell you. Why can't you follow your husband? Why won't you follow your husband all the time?
Well, like I said, I do try to, and I do believe that that's true and important. But to answer your question, when I struggle with it, it's because of my own will and probably because of anger. And like I want my own way.
And when you say you struggle with it, give me an example of what you mean.
Well, just like if I am offended or upset about something and I want that acknowledged and I want to express that or something like that. That's about as far as my disobedience goes, that I act in an unpleasant manner and I want him to like apologize to me or something, and it's me trying to exert my will in that instance.
And how do you know that's true, that that's what you're doing?
Well, I'm not sure, but perhaps it's because the feeling is so strong that I'm overtaken by emotion, so therefore it's not coming from a true place. It's coming from an emotional place.
And how do you know that's true?
Well, because it feels emotional. I mean, how else do I recognize my own emotions other than that that's how it feels?
So why don't you drop all thoughts? And that way you would never have to deal with emotions at all about anything.
Yeah, well, after hearing you today, I want to. That's what I'm going to do if I can remember next time. But in the moment, it's because I guess it's because I want to be right and somebody else wrong. In the moment, that's what's going on.
And who want to be right?
I guess it's the devil. I guess it's the voice in my head that's telling me to do that.
You're not sure about that?
Well, I think it's my own voice, right? It tricks us. But now that I'm reflecting, hearing you talk, yeah, it's probably not my true voice.
How does your husband deal with you when you're not obeying him? How does he deal with that?
Well, usually it makes him mad.
I'm sorry?
Usually it makes him mad.
And then when he gets angry, what does he do?
He yells.
He yell?
Yeah.
Why you pat him? Take your hands off.
No, because I think it's funny and
Don't comfort him, mama. Let him feel what he got to feel right now. All right?
Well, but see, you asking me this right now in front of all these people, I feel like you are putting me in a situation to like shame him. Like and I don't feel like that's good.
Oh, you feel like I'm putting you in a situation to shame him?
Well, potentially. Like
And
we're
why?
talking about intimate things in front of a group of people, and I'm okay talking about my stuff, but I don't feel right. Like that doesn't feel like it's under the umbrella of obedience to be talking about some of it, in front of people.
You don't feel that it's under the umbrella of obedience, you say?
Obedience, yeah. Is it obedient
when
of
you
me?
talk about his weakness,
Right,
you
like
feel
publicly.
like you're being disobedient?
Right.
And who is feeling that way?
I'm feeling
Which
that
is
way.
better for you to know in your private life that he is weak and you get mad and get angry and you love it, or pointing it out so he can overcome it? Which is better for him?
To point it out privately.
What?
To point it out,
But
not in public.
You're never going to point it out privately.
We do. We
Because you
talk
love
about
that thrill. It doesn't change. You don't mean it.
I think we get better. I think
No, you're still difficult.
I'm sure that's true as well.
So let me ask this because I can't believe the time is over. Let me ask, have you forgiven your parents?
Yes. And no, I did it because he told me about this a long time ago when we were dating, and I did. I sat down with both of them, and I think I even told both of them that I apologized for resenting them. However, I don't know that I truly meant it.
Well,
you know what I mean? So Because I'm afraid that it was like a sort of surface level, like, here, this guy told me to say these lines, so I'm going to say these lines.
That's
But I don't
the
know
wrong
if
reason to do it. You have to
Right.
see for yourself that you're evil.
Yeah.
And when you see it, you're going to want to overcome it.
Yeah.
And then you will go and apologize for doing that. But you
Yeah.
got to see for yourself. Do you see that you're evil?
Yes.
What?
In the way, yes. In the way, that word means a lot of different things to different people. But if I understand that it is, that I'm being controlled by the devil, that trying to convince me that it's real, and being in this world, this hellish world, instead of the spirit world, then yes, I do see that.
Well, you see it wrong.
Okay.
You're breaking it down to make yourself feel better.
Okay.
Evil is evil. And it means that you're nasty and wicked and cunning, cannot be trusted, and you play your husband like a fiddle. You playing a game. All of us got to see, men and women, got to see that they're wicked to the core, and everything they do is a game. Mm-hmm. It's about self and never about anyone else. Mm-hmm. It's a game that they're dancing with the devil, and they're deceiving you as you're deceiving him. Mm-hmm. And not just because I said it, you need to see it for yourself, and that's what God means. We got to admit that we're sinners. Mm-hmm. That we have sinned, meaning playing God. And it's not about your vices, it's about the heart. Every human being's heart is wicked. And that's why you give your husband so much hell, and you love the fact he get angry, and he loves getting angry. He has no love. Because if he didn't, he would have dropped his anger and deal with your anger, your hell, by not dealing with it. He will leave you in your hell and let you suffer and not feel a thing about it. Mm-hmm. And if you're like, well, I'm gonna leave. You don't love me. You don't care about that emotion. I'm all ticked off and you don't care. And he would be like, okay, bye. Nice knowing you. And wouldn't miss a step because he will have perfect love. And you don't have love and he doesn't either. That's why he's still getting mad at you. He ain't conscious. He know about it. He heard about it. Like you do with the Bible, hearing about Jesus. But he's not conscious yet. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to touch him. He wouldn't be bothered by your mess at all because he would have understanding. He would know that it's not you, it's the hell in you, and it couldn't move heaven. Heaven cannot move, hell cannot move heaven.
But just like I can tell my parents that I forgive them and not fully mean it.
That's why you
somebody
shouldn't do
can
it.
act like they can't be touched.
What?
Somebody can act like they're not angry. They're not going to get involved in your emotional stuff. But it can be as much of a performance as me talking to my parents. It can be not
What does it
coming
have to
from
do
a
with
place
you?
of love. I'm just saying that somebody can act like they're
What
not
does it have to
touched
do
by
with your hell? Don't worry about how he acts or don't act. Don't worry about someone else. You
Yeah.
are your own world.
Right.
The devil just told you that. Well, somebody can act like they're not. You listen to the devil right now, and he's taking you away from the present. The devil just told you that. Oh, well, somebody can act like the thoughts are telling you that, and you think that they're your own. And you blurted it out that to take the eyes off yourself. The devil doesn't want you to see how wicked you are. So he tries to make you look on the outside at other people. If somebody else is acting like that, it ain't your business. It's not even your concern. You are concerned about your own soul.
Sure.
Well, you should be.
Sure, yeah.
Even if your husband pretended he wasn't angry, that's on him. You work on you. You are your world. Your husband can't do anything about your world.
Right.
He can't bring you out. Only the Spirit of the Father can. And he will come in, he will come down, and he will bring you out of this false hell you've been living in all your life, and he will make you free. But you got to put your eyes on you. Don't worry about somebody else. Mm-hmm. You see how the devil told you that? Well, that conversation was about you. It wasn't about anybody else. Do you see the thoughts came and told you that?
I do understand what you're saying, and I do appreciate that I need to focus on me.
Did you notice that the thoughts told you that, or did you think that those were your words or your thinking?
I'll go with you on this
No,
one.
don't go with me.
Yeah.
You got to see it for yourself.
Okay.
Did you think you came up with those words and thoughts, or did the devil tell you that?
I did think that I came up with it. That
Be
is
honest,
true.
absolutely, and you didn't.
Okay.
It didn't come from you. It came straight out of hell, and you took credit for it. The farce you did. But the devil told you that.
Okay.
To take you away from you, and well, other people are just pretending. What does it have to do with you, and what does that have to do with this? Do y'all see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to watch those voices that talk through you. You have never had an idea. You have never come up with a plan or nothing. Every word that you have spoken has come from the wickedness of your heart, and it was never you. But you've been thinking that with you all your life, and you become one with the devil. That's why I want all of you work on yourself, pay attention to the voices that talk through you, and stop calling them you, so that you could overcome this false identity. Every word that proceeds from your mouth is coming from the wickedness of your heart. And then when that changes, and it will if you stay with it, every word that comes through you will be from the heart again, but God's heart, and will be of love.
Thank you. The silent prayer, not to make it a formula, but like how long at like minimum or should that practice be?
You can start out 5, 10, 15 minutes, and then because the devil's not going to like the fact that you can see him. The devil misery is not going to want you to see its misery. It's not going to want you to see the thrills you get. You know how you get those thrills when you make your husband mad? You keep going at him until you finally get him upset, and then you feel good. You're like, whew, I got him. That's evil. And God's going to let you see that. And you're not going to call it you anymore. And then He's going to let you see loneliness, depression, and everything. And He will take them all away from you, and there will be no more. And you will have a clear mind, no more thinking. You will just live in the presence of God without thinking about it. It will be no more thinking, because all thoughts are evil about anything. Mm-hmm. You want a clear mind. What do you think about that? So do this silent prayer. And you got to forgive your parents, though. Okay. Not because I said, but because you see that you are angry at them. And anger is hatred. They just softened the word over the years. They used to call it hatred. But see it so the Father can take it away from you. And your husband can't do anything about that. Mm-hmm. I don't care if we go to work, work 80 jobs. He can point it out when you're acting that way and say, look, evil coming through you right now. You're angry. But he can't do anything else about it. He could go to work and work till the cows come home. And you will still be in hell. He can work on himself, but if you don't work on yourself, you'll still be in hell. And then the darkness in you will hate the light in him, and you will work overtime to put it out. You got to get him angry so you can put out the light. Or make him feel good so you can put out the light. And if he's not seeing what's going on, he'll fall for it. Amazing, huh?
Yeah.
We're a mess. And so, who are you? Because you said, I feel like I'm embarrassing him or something like that by showing that he's weak in public. Well, you didn't say weak, you said beta, right?
No.
Who are you that's feeling that way? Who's feeling that?
I'm afraid this is some sort of trick question or something. I think, and that might be a red flag, I think that it is the part of me that is of this world but wants to be a good wife and a godly wife. But I guess that's still me, and that's not the peace of the Father coming through me.
You need to forget all that. All that is in your mind, you try to live up to it, it ain't gonna never happen. Wherever you picked up this little conscious thing at, I'm trying to be, you need to drop it. You holding on to it, and it's intellectual. And that makes you dumb and stupid. Sorry. But we're all stupid when we have anger, we live in our imagination. Who are you? We ain't playing around this year. We're going to deal with the devil. If y'all don't like me, okay. Who are you?
I feel like you're looking for a right answer, and I don't know what the answer is. And who am I? I don't know how to answer that.
So you don't know who you are?
I guess not. I mean, from the conversation today, I guess I don't.
Before the conversation, did you think you know who you were?
Yes.
And who did you think you were?
The thoughts in my head.
Yeah. You're not your thoughts.
Yeah.
Even this thing that told you about embarrassing him, that's not you. Even the thing that told you, oh, this is a trick question, those are thoughts. Those are lies. And you're believing them because you're not seeing them. And as long as you believe them, you can't be helped by God. You got to be working on yourself so he can cause you to catch them and not call them you. There is no you. And everything you felt today about his situation, whatever, was not you. It was all evil. And it was not love or anything. You are identified with evil and call it you. There is no you. You don't feel anything. You are not your thoughts. You are not your body. You are not those emotions at all, except you identify with them, and God is trying to take them away from you and give you true identity. And you don't know what that is at this point. What do you think about that?
It's good.
What?
It's good.
Does it make sense?
Is that another trick question?
See how the devil talking to her? Does it make sense or not?
Yes, it does.
It does?
Yes.
Okay. You got to stop responding to the devil. And you don't have to. You can live in your hell till the cows come home. But I recommend you start do the silent prayer, forgive your parents, and don't hold this thing against you because there's no one there to hold the thing against. So you can be free.
Okay.
Do you disagree with anything I've said?
No, I don't.
You don't disagree with anything?
No.
The fact that you're really evil and nasty and wicked. What?
Yeah, I think the devil is.
No,
And if
we talk
it-
about you.
I know, but you...
Let's stay it on you so you can see it. You're still trying to find an escape.
But you said that that's not me.
It's not, but I don't want you to start saying that
Right.
because you're one with the devil right now.
Yes, I understand that. And so, yes, I am evil.
Right, and so
Yes.
now that you see that and admitted it, God will, especially when you forgive your parents, God will bring you out of it. And then you don't have to say it's me anymore. You can say it's not me until you don't have to say it anymore. That makes sense?
Yes.
So, husband, what's your first name? I'm sorry.
Samuel.
When you think about what you just heard from your wife right now and the fact you get angry when she's acting that way.
Yeah, I do react to it sometimes. I mean, I understand the situation. I believe from, I think I understand the situation, and I agree with what you're saying. And, you know, everybody is all on their own between them and the Father to realize this thing. And we actually talk about that, too, that we are married, and we rely on each other in practical ways, but it really is our own mission. She really is on her own to make it to the Father, and I actually can't help her. And we talk about that, and I know that I'm
So
on
why
my
do you
own.
get angry at her at any time when the devil comes out of her?
I don't have perfect peace, I guess.
And why not?
I obviously the answer is that I don't want it at that time, right? I mean, there's no other answer other
Why
than...
don't you drop your anger so you can help her and be done with anger?
It feels like I come in and out of it. I know you maybe don't...
I understand that.
But it's like, I am working on that and working on myself, and I
By
notice...
doing what?
By being silent, pretty much.
Okay.
Like when things happen, just being silent and letting them pass
You got
through.
homework to do. I want to encourage all of you to stay present by paying attention to when thoughts come And if you don't catch them, you're going to feel something.
Yeah.
But what I want you to start doing at all time, practice being still and watch those thoughts so you can catch them before the feeling comes.
Yeah.
You can't have the feelings unless you have the thoughts. It's not enough to just say you're conscious, right? You will know you're present when you can catch those spirits before they can cause a reaction. And then they will be taken away.
Yeah, and I think that in a weird way, that time of not having the emotions and watching like hell or turmoil pass by and not getting stuck in it and not getting pulled into it and staying back and being emotionless, I feel like that is the essence of true love. Just not being emotional and watching the hell
No,
pass
don't feel
by.
that way either. You can't have an opinion, man. You're still making up all this in your head.
That makes
You
sense.
cannot have an opinion about that at all. When you hear it, let it go through one ear because it's going to stick and it become
Yeah.
intellectual and you won't be able to live it. You
I can
just
see
love
that.
talking about it. So what?
I can see that.
Yeah, you can't, the intellect hate God. It has nothing in common with God. And it will identify as a God and have you saying all this stuff and still be miserable. Don't hold on to any of that. Even what you heard today, don't hold on to it. Let it go in one and out the other, then you would know it for yourself and you'll be free.
I can see that.
Yeah. So I want you to encourage you to practice being present so you could catch those thoughts. And then they would because the light of God, which causes you to catch them, would take them away from you. They are spirits. They are evil, dark spirits that hate God. And they live in your thoughts.
I do experience moments without those spirits, and I do recognize them, and it is beautiful. And that's what I'm seeking more of, is those moments without.
Well, then just be aware of those thoughts, and your whole life, you'll be made one. You'll be made whole, and your whole life will be that way. You will live that way naturally. And you will forget about the past. You will not remember the way you used to be. It wouldn't exist no more.
Right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome,
It's insightful.
And stop trying to find comfort in her and hold her hands and carry on. See, that's mama's love. And she knows that you're feeling good holding her hand.
Well,
And that's keeping her in hell. Hold her hand when you don't need to.
right.
Yeah. Don't hold her to make her feel good or make you
Certainly.
feel good.
I don't think I need to hold her hand, for sure. And we do it out of not need, if that's if that's your...
So let me just say thank you. Any question about that?
No, I really appreciate it.
Any
Thank you.
disagreement?
It's amazing.
Is there disagreement?
No,
Oh, okay. No. And so do you see you're still evil?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil to the core, just like your mama.
Right.
Yeah. Amazing, huh?
It is amazing. It really
is.
is amazing.